Hey everybody, Brad Linder coming at you for another card tonight, and we're gonna do two of these. I'm gonna do a short one for the Falcon here in the original, gonna be in the original red and white uniform, and then after that, I'm going to add on for a second card that I believe is going to be the Black Panther. So you guys will be able to follow that, and we're going to have a cool time, I hope. If I have time, I will get to both of these tonight. I'm going to jump right in with the Falcon here. The Falcon. And I'm going to see about getting this done nicely. I'm going to set this card to the side here. I'm going to set this guy off to the side so we don't muck up his complexion with a brown instead of the purple or gray that we may use for the Panther, because the Black Panther is a little bit Tron-esque these days. And let me see here. Make sure everything's toning up good, making sure the card's not bleeding over or anything crazy like that. This one is a pretty new color to me, and I don't want to have anything run amok. It's not a new marker, it's just I haven't used it very often, and I found it as a lighter tone and it looks better on the cards, so I'm using it for my African American characters and not having as much of an ink risk as the E99, which is more of a chocolate color. This one has more of a realistic skin color, and I really dig it. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and color in his arms here real quick so we can get all that going on. This is the original red and white suit. He's gone through variations of this. This is the last one before they went into the black and red suit, before he got revamped and then got turned into Captain America for a little while, and now is going that route. So let's see. They've got a new Avengers combo coming out on him from what I understand, but we'll see. Disney's kind of strange in that regard, the way they whip characters around. And I can be honest about it because I know they're not going to hire me. So I'm not really worried. But I'm too outspoken. So, because I call them on their bluff. They say things like, hey, we're not separatist or anything. The first thing they do is go hire outside of the country and then say we don't have jobs for Americans because we can't pay them enough, apparently. And then, I don't know, it gets obscure really quick, so we don't go there. But anyway, to each their own. Marvel has the right to hire and fire as they see fit, so whatever. No judgment, just an observation. So it is what it is. Now, because I've got this shadow here, I'm going to put a little bit underneath this mask. And we're going to leave it alone. Not going too much here because I don't want to kill it. I really don't. There we go. Cool. And I don't want to do a ton of shading underneath this either. I just want to keep it simple, open, with a clean animated look, just like the artwork allows for. And we're going to move on. Cool deal. And I've been a fan of this character for years. You know, since I was a kid, I can remember the Captain America and Falcon comic books where they had to team up, and they didn't do much with him as a solo character at the time. It was more of him appearing, you know, as a guest sidekick for Captain America after Nomad was wiped out, Bucky. And in between that phase, that's where he pretty much was. So we'll go from there. But anyway, this is a very simple uniform, and it's very clean, very fun. I'm going to punch back over so I can see everybody. Hey, Jim. Both Jims, actually. And Mr. Jim O'Reilly hiding out over there. And I see, let's see, Chris is here. I appreciate that. I had it on the other display for my page, and I forgot to switch back over, and I looked up to see who was here, and I didn't have it on the video side. So sorry about that. I am paying attention to you. I am, I swear. But like I said, I'm keeping this very simple and very animated in look. So if it looks like it's got a cartoon thing going on, that's pretty much where we're at. Because I don't want to mess it up. I don't. So, hey, Johnny. Jim, to answer your question about that, I have no idea, man. I like the idea of Nomad playing off in the Infinity War, and that's playing off the storyline that Captain America had abandoned the Captain America identity, where he went rogue for a while and became the Nomad himself before Bucky came in as the Nomad character. So we're gonna have to see how it goes, man. I mean, right now Steve Rogers is rogue. He's public enemy number one, and he's going to be asked back to lead for the Infinity War. But who knows how they're going to go with those movies, man. It looks great, and I'm excited about it. But after he stepped away, and they used the Nomad story in the Civil War thing, where he stepped out and said, "I'm no longer Captain America," and threw the shield down, and he's now got that that temporary shield from Black Panther. I have no idea what's up with that. I'm just hoping it's an energy shield and not something that just expands out, which would be kind of dull in comparison to the effects of what they could do. Which he could have the energy shield for a while. That would be awesome. But we're gonna have to wait and see. We're just gonna have to wait and see, man. That's pretty much where it's at right now. It's up in the air like this guy. So, gonna come in with this bright yellow here, which I really dig because it's got I don't want to say an egg yolk color, but it works perfect for things like this, like dull metals that are painted for like the Falcon's beak here. Which on this costume, it's normally silver, but unless it's the green, unless it's the green suit, but in this one, I made it that color. So I'm gonna make his wings kind of a different texture and color here, and they have more of a maroon, so they look more metallic and look a little different from the suit. And then I've got a dark gray to go between them for the lining. Like I said, it'll make them look a little more metallic in form. So, and by the way, I'm getting asked, just to let you guys know, this one, I keep getting private messaged on this. This is episode 313 now. 313. That is 313 lives, individual days in a row that I've been doing this, and you guys are still coming back. So apparently it's cool. I appreciate that. But yeah. And I'm about to start my second show for How to Draw Comics. That gives specific tips for that. And that'll be a little bit faster because it'll be short tips to help you draw comics and get out of the way. And then I've got another one coming on for my marketing consulting stuff. So I'm going to be giving really cool tips on that as well for my podcast and for the show on YouTube and Facebook. So you guys will be able to get in on that opportunity as well. Finally, February is here, and I am holding up to that stuff and getting it off the table. Let's see here. Hey, Sonia, glad you made it. Let's see what I got here now. I'm going to go on this one. I'm going to go a little bit darker with this armor, because I thought I was going to go gray at first, but I think I'm going to just go with this dark maroon, because I want a little bit more of a pop to it rather than just streaking it out gray. Because, you know, gray can be a muting color if you get into it. It's just like, hey, sleepy time. But we're not going to go there. We're going to make it pop and be vibrant and just say, boom, we're here. So, got that going on. Now I'm going to get this light gray here. Which one do I want to go with? I don't know which one's lighter. I don't want to do super dark. I'm testing them off camera. So, anyway. Put a little bit of a tone in here, and not too much, just a little bit, because like I said, I don't want to turn the suit gray and all that mess and wipe it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this really sketchy, almost John Romita style, you know, little blocks here and there, just kind of patch that in. And go right down here, work that in like that. Same thing on the mask, coming under the eye, boom, done deal. Just a little bit of a break, not much, just a little bit of a color break right there. I like that because it adds that shadow and that texture to the white cloth. You know, it adds a gray texture to it. It adds a curvature, so not necessarily a full bevel, but you get a little bit of a curvature type effect out of it, and it makes it a little more lively. And it's very simple to do. Just pick a spot where you think a shadow would hit the contour of the fabric that you're trying to shade. I'm trying not to crush my tip here by going back and forth too much. I know I preach about that all the time, but you just pick a spot and you go with it, and you put in a little block of color like this and smooth it out to where you block out the edges, kind of line it out, and you're done. I mean, it's that simple to make something look like it has a little bit of an edge to it, and a little bit of life to something that is flat otherwise. So you bring it in, just tone it down a little bit where the light wouldn't be quite so bright, and then move on. I like to do this very simple, very clean, very soft, and get out. I don't like to do heavy shadows here, because then, like I said, it makes it look like a gray suit, and that doesn't do you any good when it's supposed to be white. And I know a lot of guys will come in and go, well, why are you doing it that way when you could highlight it with a light blue and make it look true white? And no. No, I don't want to do it that way. Hey, Bart. And let me see here. I think I've got this toned down to where it's going to really hold up. Now I'm going to take in this darker gray just a little bit and kind of put in what's called some root shadows. Just kind of block those in a little bit for the darker areas on the bottom sides. Just kind of give it a core shadow where it looks even a little bit darker and a little less light's hitting it. And the reason for that is to make that pop out that way. So, done deal. Now, going to this undershadow, right there, a little bit here and there. Now, I know I'm doing this kind of quick, but like I said, I want to get 2 cards done tonight so that I can go over to YouTube and post 40 new episodes of my my daily live show that you guys have been watching here, and I want to catch up some more of the videos over there Now that these are colored up and they're done, I'm going to put them over on the YouTube channel full access, so they're not just behind the scenes for subscribers and things. They're going to go full access for you guys, and then I'm going to be taking some of them off of Facebook, except for the post where I have them here, and I'll be leaving them up on the page, but a lot of the select stuff I will be moving over. So I mean, that's just one of those things. I want to move it over because of the fact that Facebook has got a habit with their new algorithms of cutting a lot of the videos, and I was one of the first people they hit about a month and a half ago. I complained about them taking all my videos down without warning for about 9 hours, and it ended up wiping me out. It ended up wiping down about a third of my videos, and if I hadn't been one to back up my material, I would have lost that. So if you're doing daily lives, or matter of fact, if you're doing lives at all, go on within 24 hours and download them, because you can right-click the 3 dots in your videos. You can right-click up in that corner, and it'll drop down the menu and give you the option to download your video. And you need to download your videos off and save them to your other files, because if you don't, it will get ruined. It will be a bad thing, and you will lose your videos. So, yeah, definitely pay close attention to that, especially if you're a marketer or an artist like I am, and I am in both cases. So, you need that content. So be sure and download it and save it if you want it to stay off of Facebook and you want to keep it for later redistribution or repurposing, because if you don't, there's a solid marketing tip for you, and you will lose out, because I do that all the time. I repurpose all my stuff. I use everything at least 3 times because there's no reason not to, especially with what we've got going on. So, you know, if you're a marketer, get out there and get your stuff going, because if you don't, you're not going to have it any other way. You definitely won't be able to handle the feeds and all that. And they're looking at moving into this new album, which I've been preaching about since 2005, and I'm going to tell you hands down, if you're not ready for it and not sharing and commenting on your stuff, share it everywhere. Comment on it everywhere, and do it over a and one day you'll get banned. All right, your account will get frozen. But the way to bypass this algorithm is to go in and share your stuff, like your stuff, post it other places, in your Facebook groups, in your pages. What I like to do is I like to use my own timeline and post a video share and my lives from there, and then I share them with my page so that you guys can get the reach that I wouldn't otherwise have with you guys. So, you know, if you're doing that same thing and you want to make use of it for your artwork, be sure and use it and utilize it properly, because if you don't, you're going to pay for it later, because they're going to take it down. And when they find your files are being shared all over the place as well, they will take them down and they will remove them, and then you won't have them anymore, and you'll be at risk of losing multiple videos. And it will be random. It will not be just in order. It won't be your most recent. It won't be anything like that. What they will do is they will take your stuff down and they'll place it back up. And then all of a sudden, when you complain about it, it'll be, oh, well, sorry, we've got a, we had a backup malfunction, or we had a server malfunction, or we had this malfunction or that malfunction. And what ends up happening is they end up taking it to where you don't have any more access to those videos unless you've already gotten them. So you can't even go back to the post and find them anymore, because they're not in the system. Okay, so this is not a fluke thing to where you can go in and fix it later and repost it and share it. I mean, it's gone, man. I mean, it is gone. And I'm telling you because of the fact that I don't want you to lose your content. So if you're doing videos, be sure and back them up for your own personal use later, because if you don't, you're going to find out the hard way that they're gone. They're gone. They're gone. So anyway, I'm off the soapbox on that one. Just letting you guys know. So now there is we are going to move on to the Black Panther here real quick. I am going to do this one as well before calling it a day. I am going to, due to the fact of the new movie coming out, I'm going to grab myself a purple or two, and I'm going to see about getting in on this. Let me see here. Yeah, that'll work. Cool. I'm going to go with this one first to kind of gray everything up. Just going right in the lines here, right over all these highlights on the mask and the material, because when I drew this, they hadn't released the footage for the new Black Panther yet, with the new high-tech Tron style version that they have now, and where he lights up purple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go traditional with the black suit with the gray, with this bluish, purplish gray kind of color, this violet thing happening right now. Get out here on the edge and not mess up all that work for a big purple streak. So now, oh look, it's finger painting. I caught my finger. But anyway, gonna color this over real quick like this, and this is going to be the base coat for this, because the reason I'm doing this one like this is so that we can have that primary down when I bring in the bright purple, and it'll make it pop, and it won't swallow it though, because it'll engulf it because it's such a rich purple. I want to make sure I'm still on screen here. Okay, I'm going to move Falcon over so I don't mess him up. Now I'm going to come in with a highlight right here, right there, ding. Put that one right there. And now I'll put in this one. I'll put it up high. So we have that one. Now I'll go back to coloring this in, because this is all going to light up anyway. But I still want to have that white shining highlight there on the edge, because of the purpose of it being, you know, razor sharp diamond tip claws that pop out. And on this one, it'll go down here like this on the reverse side. Okay. Now, got that going on. Okay, get my big hands out of the way here. I'm just holding this card because it wants to ripple, because there's so much black on here. I'm rehydrating that ink, and I don't want it to bow on me and walk off. So, now we've got that going, except for the pinky down here. Don't forget the pinky. Okay, cool deal. I think that's everything. Get the eyes right there. Ding, ding. Cool. All right, now I'm going to go in with this really bright purple and accent this stuff. And to make it have the dancing light fibrous hues like I want, I'm just going to kind of ping around like this with these colors to make it highlight in certain places, but not all over, because we don't want it to saturate where it loses the effect, okay? Because the fibers are supposed to hit light in certain areas and have energy running through them, because this is vibranium, which ironically is all over the Marvel universe. They say that it's just in the Black Panther's homeland, but that's where it was discovered. But it's not the only place to get it. In the continuity of the comic book universe that's been around for years, it's not the only place to get it. Just like adamantium is rare, but it's not completely inaccessible, which in the movie universe version, it's supposed to be inaccessible and only for the Black Panther's kingdom. So that's where they got their wealth from, was from that vibranium material being so rare and so expensive. And then their technology came up to fund things as well, which is awesome. I have nothing against that. Nothing against that at all. It's a unique position on it, and they need it for the movie so that they can isolate it and make it on the defensive, you know, as the ultimate place to get it and whatnot. And that's the unique holding for this character, and I totally get that and respect it. So it is what it is. Besides, it's not my character. I dig it. I'm a fan, but I don't have to like every aspect of it. And that's cool. That is really cool. That's part of what comics are about. Okay, cool deal. Now, I've got that going on. Now, what I'm going to do is a little bit different in the eyes. I'm going to light them up in the core. Like that. Because his eyes tend to lean for more of a whitish gray anyway. And then I'm going to tint them like it's night vision, that kind of thing. So that'll work. And then, just to make it pop so it doesn't look crazy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a really bright color around to make him stand out. Now I know this is high contrast because this blue aqua kind of color is it's an aqua, what is it called? It's an aqua mint. It has high contrast on it, and it will make him stand out. And I really dig that. So we're going to go with that. And when it dries, it'll dry nice and even. Flipping my brush there so I don't wear it out. Cool deal. All right. So with these two, we have the Falcon and we have the Black Panther. Hope you guys dig it. That's where we're at right now. I'm going to leave it alone at that. And that's another one in the books, folks. Like I said, I'm going to be posting these over on the page and, you know, Brad Linder Creating Comics. And I'm going to be putting them over on the YouTube channel. You can find me at Brad Linder on YouTube. You can type in my name up in that little URL bar they have for the search, and I guarantee I'll pop right up. So I'm the first one on the list. Nice to see you guys again. Thanks for hanging out with me for the next little bit, or the previous little bit, and hopefully you'll hang out with me on the next one is what I meant to say. But live, what can I say? Anyway, you guys keep coming back, and we'll keep doing this and knocking them out, and I hope you dig it. As always, this is Brad Linder for you, coming back with another card tomorrow, and we inherited this big rock. You know what to do with it. Leave it better for the next generation. Talk to you tomorrow.